Yo, what's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the most simple route to actually build and sell AI voice agents to any of the over 34 million local business owners in the United States. If you want to be honest, anybody who is interested into making money in the AI space, this is the very first skill set and business model that I recommend anybody start, because they are very easy to actually learn, set up in just like one day. It's not AI automations where, it's going to be a bit more technical ramp up to actually start making money. I mean, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build these out, what value they actually bring, what problem they solve, and most importantly, how you can actually get an influx of business owners raising their hand, ready to pay you for these AI voice agents as soon as next week as well. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So in this video, I'm going to be covering what exactly are AI agents. Then I'm going to be talking about how much money you can actually expect to make from selling them. And then I'll be giving you a live setup with the software that I use to actually build and sell these AI agents. And then after you know those 3 steps, all that's left is to learn how to sell it and who to sell it to, and how to actually scale this business model. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So what exactly are AI agents? So the first thing that you have to know is that AI agents are just software applications. There are a numerous number of software applications where you can go on there and create AI agents. Now, you do not need to know the technical terms of what an AI agent is, such as the LLMs and the model, whatever the case may be. You don't need to get into those kind of categories. You just need to know the value that these AI agents actually bring to the business world, and what problems they solved, and what areas they can actually help business owners become more profitable in. When it comes to entrepreneurship and actually going and building yourself a 5-figure per month business as a AI solo entrepreneur, the majority of the money, and where literally hundreds and billions of dollars are out there for the taking right now, is in the marketing and sales processes for businesses. If you do not know this, marketing and sales is the lifeblood of every single business, no matter what industry or niche. If you do not have a marketing and sales process, you do not have a business. That is how you actually bring people from strangers to clients / customers, and more specifically from a digital aspect. Of course, that's where the gold, if you ask me, kind of lies in between right now. So you see right here, answer phone calls, text messages, increase website paid ad traffic, business owners spending tens and thousands of dollars running paid advertisements, drive traffic to specific pages. And there's things that AI can do to increase that conversion rate, increase that traffic, do things to their ads, their websites, AI chatbots, all of these things. Outreach, so prospecting, literally do cold calling, reaching out to business owners using AI. Very, very scary things that we have access to. Follow up with leads, create content using AI, even replace entire customer support staff. So these are like the areas and avenues where you can truly go and make yourself a good amount of money using AI. So I'm going to show you the softwares you need to actually set these things up and be able to solve these problems and add this value as a entrepreneur, so you can start selling them out to the market online with a website as well as a calendar link, right? Now, step 3, just so you can see how much money you can actually make selling AI agents. So like I talked about earlier, you can charge a setup cost anywhere from $250 anywhere to $5,000 for some of these AI solutions. This is very, very true. And the beauty of it is these things take you like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to set up per business owner, per client, per user. So the time correlation to money actually makes sense. It's not like you have to sit there and run a marketing agency where you're sitting there servicing a client for months and months and months, running their paid advertisements or anything like that, right? So that's why it's better to stay on the software side. That's called software as a service. AI agents, selling this type of AI solution allows you to do that, right? And then of course, more importantly, you can get paid the monthly subscriptions anywhere from $97 to $1,500. And if you want to be honest, there's even instances where you could charge more, but it does not matter. Getting paid $500, $600, $700 per client, per user. That is the goal, to actually have that subscription coming in, because that means there's end date to this business model. Let's say that you go all out of this and you actually learn how to make it work after month 2 or 3, and then you actually start scaling, you get more clients. Now it's month 6. Now you have 5, 6, even $10,000. Don't get me wrong, you can do this all in 1 to 2 months. You definitely can, but even worst case scenario, just to be, fairly modest and realistic to the average person watching this, because you may be in different facets of life and have different time metrics to actually execute this, then these are reasonable routes that you can actually, look into. Once you get 10 clients, that's anywhere from $2,500 to $50,000 that you've actually made. And then that will be anywhere from $1,000 to $15,000 in monthly recurring revenue. So you can take that vacation for 2 months straight and not work and still have money coming into your bank account, because, you deserve that, right? So now let's move on to building and selling these AI agents. So a lot of people use sites like NAN, or maybe some other ones like make.com, whatever the case may be. There's a couple of ones you can use, but I think by far the best one to use is High Level, because you can actually not only offer AI agents and set up that skill set, but you can actually upsell upsell a whole bunch of other cool things in their software for your business instead of just being one-dimensional selling AI agents. This can actually help you increase not only your setup costs, but your monthly subscriptions through the roof. I have tons of videos on High Level, and you can click the link in the description to get a free trial of their software, plus my step-by-step free tutorials, how to start and execute your very own software plus AI business. But so this right here is High Level software. And if you go and click on their AI agent tab, this is where you can actually begin to set up some of these AI solutions that answer phone calls, text messages, and automatically schedule and book appointments for business owners right here through this tab. Very simple, very easy. You can master doing this in literally a direct 10 to 15 minute video, but I'm going to show you how quick and easy it can actually be to do this. So I'm not going to show you every single last one of them, but let's start with the voice AI agents to actually help business owners answer phone calls using AI. So I'm going to click on this voice AI tab right here. It says, hey, Kevin, here are a few things to get started. Create your first voice AI agent and then assign a phone number and go live. So let's go click here. Now I can go ahead and name my agent. I'll go test agent, the test biz. I'm going to go English language, and then I'm actually going to be able to choose and test out
before you put on a frown
what I want my voice AI agent to actually sound like. So I like this one right here. And now I'm just going to go ahead and click the direction, inbound or outbound. Inbound means that calls that are coming to a business. So when somebody calls a business, they go to their website, right? Or their paid advertisement page. They see the number on there and then they call the business because they have to set up an appointment with the business, right? Or maybe they're just interested in their products or services and they want to talk to them before they make a decision upon who they're going to get their roof from or who's going to do their massage. This can work for any business owner basically in the entire world, if you want to be honest, but I'll go more in depth about that in other videos. But you can go ahead and type out the initial message right here. Hey, you've reached X business name. How can I help you? And obviously you cater this towards whatever the business owner wants at that point in time. I'm going to press next. And now this right here is prompting the agent goals. So the goal typically is for whenever you're answering a phone call for a business, you need their name, you need their email, their address, and also just what the purpose of the call is basically. But if I go and switch this to advanced mode, this is where I can actually prompt the bot. So this is what you should be doing. They just made it even easier for you through High Level. That's why it's such a great builder, right? So you can just tell it what you want it to do. So background info. You are my agent, dedicated customer support specialist at this business name, focusing on assisting clients. Your goal, gather contact information, and if applicable, use the appropriate tool when the caller's query matches the configured to a trigger. Okay, so instructions for handling queries. Obviously, I'm not going to go through and explain what you have to put in these bots. If you want this prompt, then you can just leave a comment and I'll send it to you, and this will work. And then you can also set up actions for your prompt through High Level. So maybe you want to send off automatic text messages after they take certain actions, or you want to do a workflow such as automations. If they say this, then tell the bot to do that, or send this person a message, whatever the case may be. Whole bunch of cool things you can do. And that is one of the most valuable and beautiful parts about, these AI agents, and that can actually replace employees. But a lot of business owners, they're the owners of the businesses typically have to take care of phone calls, because this is great for local business owners on Google Maps. And the business owners have their personal phone number, or their business phone number goes to their personal phone number. So therefore, they're the ones who miss calls for their businesses, their companies, their roofs. And business owners miss way more phone calls than you could possibly imagine. So I'm going to press next now. And now we have our AI agent ready to go ahead and test out. All we have to do is purchase a phone number for $1, and that's going to be the business phone number for it. Now the phone number's in there. You can literally go type in your number right now. So right now I'm having it call me. Number just popped up.
Hey, you have reached Test. How can I help you today?
Hi, I am looking to get a massage today, but I'm not sure if you guys are who I want to go to.
No worries. A team member will reach out to you with more information. In the meantime, could I get your contact details so we can follow up?
Yeah, so in this case, I didn't prompt a bot for a massage parlor, so therefore it just defaults to collecting information if it's not going to go through the conversation of the correct industry, because the AI is very smart. So that's just what they're going to default to. But you saw how quick the reaction time was in terms of what I asked to how that bot actually responded. And that shit sounds like a real live woman, if you want to be honest. You would not know that's AI. And you can have call logs to see all the words that were said. Your clients do not have to see that, by the way. If you don't want them to, you just have to click a button to disenable it. it. And then I'm going to go ahead and press save. And now you have a live and active AI agent that can answer phone calls, collect customer information, and follow up with leads automatically. Once you get website visitors and people halfway interested in your products or services, you want to be calling and texting and following up with these people automatically to build a relationship and actually increase the chances that they become clients in the near future. I do this for my coaching business. When people actually engage with my ads, when I'm saying, hey, start this business model, as soon as they click on the ads, as soon as they fill out their information to even log into my course, I have automations and automatic text messages and voice messages going to people's phones saying, hey, I'm Kevin, without me actually doing it. Hey, I'm Kevin, XYZ. And that is something for sure that not only me as a solo entrepreneur would pay for hundreds of dollars per month, but of course business owners, and that's not a lot of money to them for the value that this actually brings, because this can generate them more customers when it really comes down to it. So yes, there are more avenues. I didn't show you anything like AI automations where you can automate, tasks and processes and everything such as that throughout the day-to-day basis. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and then you will see more videos as time goes on of me showing you all the ways you can make money that can actually help people make money from somebody who's actually executed the business models, right? So now with all that being said, now we are on the last portion. So you know what it looks like to actually build these, you know the value that it brings, you know the problem you solve. Now, how do you actually go about turning this new skill set that you just built in fucking 3 minutes into an actual 10K per month online business in the next 1 to 2 months? Now you can have a website around what your solution actually is, what your company does, what your AI business actually does, and how you can actually benefit your ideal target audience, industry, niche, whatever the case may be, right? So you have to remember, we do live in the digital age, and there are plenty of ways that you can leverage the internet to not only promote website links, but just tons of other ways that you can actually get business and get clients, leveraging all of the innovative tools and features that we all have access to. You can actually use AI websites like Colytics to do lead generation for you. So what I mean by that is I'm going to press new task. I'm going to click on small business because I recommend you work with small businesses. So they are going to allow you to target a city. Let's just go with Peoria, Illinois. Then I'm going to up the radius. Now let's just go next. And so on your website, I recommend that you at first niche down your AI agent to a specific industry, because again, this can help any industry or niche. But when it comes to actually outreaching and getting clients faster, the messaging, the visual aids, when they're more directed at a specific niche, then your conversion rates will be higher, guaranteed. It's going to increase the likelihood you succeed faster, basically. So let's just say, for example, I wanted to sell this to a whole bunch of landscapers. So a whole bunch of landscaping businesses. I'm going to press add, then I'm going to press next. I'm going to click on the owners, then let's click on next. Now let's click on filter. And this is basically what's going to allow me to mass outreach to tens and thousands of business owners in that specific industry or niche, in that specific city or state, my AI solutions and offers. So you can basically filter for a whole bunch of very cool things. Basically, the revenue a business does. So how small or large of an organization it is. Typically, I want you working with businesses anywhere from 1 to 20 to 30 employees to start off, because still $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 is not a lot of money to those type of businesses. You can actually filter for whether or not they are running paid advertisements or not, or if they have a website live on their Google Maps page, even website keywords, but that matters less. What does matter is once you press launch, what Colytics AI lead generation is going to do is generate you an Excel sheet like this with the first name, last name, phone number, email address, website link, Google review rating, company name, address, and whatever other fields that you want. So this is how you're actually going to be able to mass outreach to all of these business owners, thousands per day, without having to do basically any work. Now, there are ways where you can do work as well that's going to generate you results faster, but let me show you what this looks like. So you can actually import that list into high-level software and have all of those contacts down in here. So now once you have this list inside of their software, we can then go ahead and set up these automatic text message and email campaigns so that you can promote your offer, have your website link in there about what your business actually does, get people clicking on your website link, and then actually scheduling appointments with you, or at least reaching out or submitting their information. But these right here are very effective. So once you drop them in here, you can now set up these email campaigns, and you can set up these very cool email templates inside of High Level's marketing tab as well, where you can just drag and drop, basically have a nice header. Hey, this is what we do. This is our AI for for local massage parlors, dentists, roofing companies, whatever the case may be, right? And then you just have the link to your website at the end. You say, hi, my name is Kevin. We just do this for this industry or niche. We use these AI agents to answer phone calls on autopilot so that you don't miss out on any business, or so you can rank higher in Google's local search engine, or so that you can text your customers automatically. Whatever AI solution you want to sell, that's what you're going to put in that messaging. If that sounds interesting, take a look at the website or reach out to me at this number. Hope to chat soon. And the reason why this is going to be so effective when you actually set these text messages and emails up is because you can actually put in custom values like this into these messages. So what I mean by that is you can actually click on first name. Then I'm going to say something like, hi, my name is Kevin. Wanted to connect after looking at your Google page for, then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go company name. And then I'm going to go ahead and say a message. But what these are is those fields in the Excel sheet, such as the first name, phone number, business name, those are all something called custom values. So basically, whenever I send these messages out, every single message is going to look like it is personalized because it's going to say, hi, Beth, or hi, Mary. Whatever the business owner's first name actually was, it's going to have that message in there. Whatever the name of their business actually is, it's going to have that in there. So every single message is going to look like it's personalized, which is going to skyrocket your conversion rates. And I can't get too much into automations, but you can actually use ChatGPT inside of high level software to go ahead and execute this as well, right? You can prompt a bot, all these cool things. So this is another avenue that you can build an entire business around. So the cool thing about high level is that some of the things that you'll be selling and leveraging for business owners, you'll be doing the exact same thing for yourself. So if you want to be honest, regardless of this business model and making money, this is a great skill set to build just as a pure freelancer. If you want to be honest, the fact that you can set these things up, you can make a six-figure per year salary just doing this for businesses, companies as a freelancer on sites like Upwork or Market Hire. But of course, I get if you want to start your own agency, your own business as well. That's obviously the route that I took. So there's nothing wrong with either or when it comes to actually getting paid, getting clients. But this is just one great method to actually get clients, the easy mode. But I also go through in depth all of these proven outreach methods to actually bring strangers to paying clients. These are all well scalable outreach models, and you can pretty much build a 10K per month online business just picking one of these and spending a good majority of your time on it. But those videos are located in my free walkthroughs and tutorials in the description as well. That is exactly the full process that you can go through and begin to execute to go from knowing nothing to making your first $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 with your very own AI business as an entrepreneur, selling these AI agents and AI solutions to any of the over 34 million local business owners in the US or whatever other country you're in right now. So if you've watched this video all the way through to this point, then you are lucky because I'm going to show you something crazy that if you haven't watched any of my videos before, then what I'm about to show you next is going to blow your mind. So, you know, when it comes to AI entrepreneurship, the only people you see on social media talking about how to make money online with AI are all just building AI skill sets, learning AI skill sets, and then leveraging those softwares to sell them to business owners as services. But, you know, basically there's not much difference between that and a marketing agency. You just have a different product, a different solution, a more scalable solutions to actually sell, but it's still a service-based business. So therefore you are attached to actually running a business where you have to always go and get new clients. You have to keep the ones you have. Depending on what outreach methods you actually want to use, you may have to hire employees like I have in terms of overseas virtual assistants for $400 or $500 per month to work for you 8 hours per day, to cold call for you and outreach for you. And you have to take sales calls. You may have to learn how to do sales. So there are a lot more skill sets you have to build to really truly go and execute this. But I do know that for a percentage of people actually watching this, that may be a little bit too much for you, a bit maybe too intimidating. So there's actually an easier option that's going to allow you to start a AI product-based business instead of a service-based business with high level. You see, high level is actually something called white label. So that means that, you know, you see high level's logo right here. This is their branding. You think this is their software, but high level doesn't actually just have their software for us to be able to leverage and use for our businesses. Okay. So basically, if I went to canva.com right now, that's a design and graphic platform. I can easily go and get myself a logo, business name, and I can easily go and purchase a domain name at Google Domains for $12. And then if I go and upload that logo right here and I'll upload that domain name right here, which I will right now. And just like that, as you can see, I actually have my very own logo branding up here. I changed the colors of this software. I can actually change the URL name, such as www.mybusinessname.com on high level software. So this right here is called white labeling. And this is the reason why High Level is a billion-dollar company, because they allow people like me and you to actually start our very own live and active AI software products, and not just AI, but tons of different software features and tools that High Level actually sells. They actually have a marketplace full of pre-built software products that you can choose from that solve a number of problems for tons of industries and niches. You see CRM software, e-commerce software, lead generation software, SEO, search engine optimization software. These software features and products solve crazy numbers of problems in the business world. They are extremely valuable, and you can charge literally hundreds and thousands of dollars in monthly subscriptions if you actually start your own live and active software around this. I know that sounds crazy, but typically over the past 40-50 years, the only way you can actually own your own live and active software was if you paid a software engineer, or you went ahead and created and coded it yourself, which is obviously not attainable to the average person watching this video. I do not know how to write a single line of code, but this is how I've been able to sell my very own software products and have my very own software companies, just by learning how to white label and resell high level software. So you can actually take off the tabs for the features that you don't want to sell, and you can actually have your very own white label mobile app with High Level as well. So this can be in the Apple App Store. This is a great way to get users on your software as well, just promoting your mobile app. All you have to do is go through the white label process, go ahead and get your business name, logo, colors on the mobile app version of your software. This one right here is the desktop live version of your software once you white label it. And this is how you'll be able to sell your very own AI software product instead of your very own AI service-based business. So you can literally be the softwares that pop up when people say, hey, how do I actually, build and sell AI agents? You can start running ads, and you can start reaching out to businesses, creating content. I know people who have literally started platforms like this, made a video like this saying, hey, I just figured out how to create and build websites using AI. This is how it works. You can do this, this, and this, but really it's their AI website building platform in which you can do through High Level for sure. And then they get a whole bunch of comments under their post because they said comment the word tech if you want access or the link to this website builder, right? So what I just showed you is by far one of the most profitable ways to actually go and start a real life online business that can benefit you for the rest of your life. There is an end date to this business model. Once you have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in subscription-based income coming in, you will still have financial time, location freedom, which is why I recommend that anybody go ahead and dive into this space, because AI is going to be wide open for years and years to come. But hopefully you found this video extremely valuable. Always like and subscribe if you did. But other than that, my name is Kevin. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.